For years, the dirt moving industry has utilized the versatility of wheeled tractors. Projects such as road building, site development, and construction sites have seen wheeled tractors of all types moving dirt. Case has been there since the beginning. However, a revolution in tractive power is about to change the way dirt-moving contractors utilize these tractors. Today, there are several more options that the contractor has to take into consideration, but performance is the key. Performance. Dirt-moving contractors demand it. It takes a lot of equipment to move dirt, from scrapers to dirt wagons and from water tanks to compactors. And now, the QuadTrac has proven to be a reliable power source on various job sites. Whether it's leveling fields, building golf courses, prepping a development site, moving dirt in the mining industry, or building roads, the QuadTrac can provide the cost-effective performance the contractor needs to stay competitive. The QuadTrac offers improved traction and flotation, which provides a smooth ride. Its unique 4-track system delivers power through the turns with ease of operation. It simply follows the contour of the ground to provide maximum pulling power for day-to-day operations. Couple that with a proven engine and drivetrain, including a full power shift transmission, and you've got a dynamic and versatile prime mover that will move more dirt in a shorter period of time than conventional construction equipment. This program was designed to show the operational characteristics of the QuadTrac with pull-behind scrapers. Plus, we'll review the operating techniques and setup that should be followed when using a scraper and QuadTrac combination. As you know, the QuadTrac was designed to be a versatile piece of equipment that has met the challenge of traction and flotation. To review, there are two models that Case IH currently builds, the 9370 and 9380 QuadTrac. The 9370 comes in at 360 engine horsepower, and the 9380 QuadTrac boasts a full 400 engine horsepower. These units have the versatility to not only be large tillage tractors, but they're also becoming the workhorse on job sites across the country. As you know, ag tractors have been on the job site for a long time. In several instances, the rubber-tired wheel tractors are still a valued power source for land development contractors. So let's take a look at the differences between the wheel tractors and the new QuadTrac. The main difference is the ability to put the engine horsepower to work by delivering it to the ground. The QuadTrac is designed to provide maximum traction through a unique 4-track system which enables it to follow the contour of the ground. Another big advantage of this 4-track system is a smooth, comfortable ride. Since the tracks are able to walk over rough terrain, the operator does not get thrown around in the seat. The result? A much more comfortable work environment that results in faster travel speeds and reduced cycle times to achieve overall improved productivity. Let's compare the differences in traction. A wheeled tractor is designed to have about 8 to 10% slippage between its tires and the ground. When pulling a heavy scraper, this slippage can reduce cycle times and productivity. However, with the QuadTrac, there's almost no slip. The result is less wasted horsepower. The QuadTrac utilizes its horsepower more effectively, which results in more dirt being moved on the job site. So here's the bottom line. Since the QuadTrac costs a fraction of a large steel crawler tractor, you get more dirt moved per dollar. In order to achieve this, we've had to design the engine and powertrain to provide the durability and reliability required by this demanding operation. The QuadTrac uses the reliable N14 engine by Cummins. It comes with an electronic fuel system to provide the power and resulting horsepower needed on the job site. This power is coupled to a full 12-speed power shift transmission. And finally, the power is delivered to the tracks by heavy-duty drive axles, which were specifically designed for the QuadTrac. Let's look at another big feature of the QuadTrac and scraper combination: flotation. Flotation has been one of the key success factors since the introduction of the QuadTrac, which really proves the usefulness of this combination. As you know, rain can delay the dirt moving phase on a construction site. That's where the QuadTrac shines. With its excellent flotation and traction, the QuadTrac can run when trucks can't. Everything has its limits, but just a little rain can stop the trucks from hauling. If the soil has not become saturated, the QuadTrac can keep on running, moving dirt and keeping the job site on schedule. Now we'd like to share with you some operating tips that will maximize the productive life of the QuadTrac. Here are 3 major items to keep in mind during operation: speed, depth, and keeping straight. We visited a job site where dirt was being moved for a golf course development. It was an excellent location to help illustrate these 3 concepts. First, let's discuss speed. One of the biggest advantages the QuadTrac has is speed. The QuadTrac performs best when it's operated at 4 miles per hour or more. That will mean 4th or 5th gear during loading and dumping operations. Keep the throttle at 2100 RPM and shift into 4th when starting the cut. See, the speed of the tractor is kept at 4 to 5 miles per hour. Let's see another cut, but this time from the point of view of the scraper blade. In order to keep the speed up, the operator must keep the blade at a shallow depth. Of course, this will depend on soil type, but generally a cut of 2 to 3 inches is best. See how the dirt boils up into the scraper? By keeping the speed up and taking a shallower cut, the operator can load the scraper quickly and efficiently. Let's watch that again. The QuadTrac is running at about 5 miles per hour in 5th gear as the operator lines up his cut. Now, the cutting edge is lowered into the dirt until he feels the scraper beginning to pull. The scraper begins to fill. It's important to keep the speed up so the operator slowly begins to raise the cutting edge. Excellent! He's been able to maintain speed and keep a uniform cut. Take a look at that. A nice even cut is achieved when the speed and depth are correct. Now, what about keeping straight? As you know, the QuadTrac is articulated in the center. That feature provides excellent turning characteristics and greater mobility on the job site. However, to take maximum advantage of all 4 tracks pulling during the cut, it's important to keep the tractor straight. Take a look. The operator turns into the slot to get a fresh cut, but he does not lower the cutting edge until the tractor is straight. We've determined that you can load faster and move more dirt by keeping straight. You'll also reduce the side loading on the tracks, increasing their life. By keeping the scraper and tractor straight, you eliminate the chance of having the rear of the tractor slide to one side or the other. The objective is to get a controlled cut. By keeping the 2 units straight, you'll achieve maximum control and improved productivity. Since the objective is to achieve the maximum number of cycles in a day, follow these 3 guidelines. First, keep the speed up. 4th or 5th gear will give the best results. Keep the tractor above 4 miles per hour. Use the hydraulic controls to keep a shallow but even cut. As the engine begins to lug, the cutting edge should be raised slightly. Keep the cut nice and even. And finally, make sure the tractor stays straight during the cut. By practicing with the QuadTrac and maintaining the proper speed, depth, and cut, and by keeping straight, you can increase your productivity on the job site. This portion of the video is designed to provide guidelines for setting up a QuadTrac for use in a scraper application. We've been working with Reynolds International of McAllen, Texas to develop the best matchup of equipment to be used in dirt applications. The first recommendation is to use scrapers of the correct size. If tandem scrapers are used, use 2 12, 14, 15, or 17-yard scrapers. Scrapers come in 2 basic styles, the carry-all and the ejector type models. Use the style of scraper that best fits your needs. For straight long runs, use tandems. If you're making short runs with tight turns, we recommend you use a single scraper. If more than one scraper is used, you'll find a hitch and all the hydraulic lines already provided at the rear of each model. Each scraper will require 2 remote hydraulic circuits. One is for the lift cylinders attached to the wheel frame. This will provide control over the cutting depth. The other circuit is used for the dump cylinders. It controls either the gate or the ejector. When using the QuadTrac for scraper use, it must be equipped with a specially designed scraper drawbar. This drawbar can be ordered already installed at the factory if so desired. It features the load-carrying characteristics needed for scraper work. With the addition of this optional adapter, you can switch from scraper application to standard drawbar applications when needed. In order to get the QuadTrac ready for scraper operation, the skip shift function must be disabled. This is done to prevent multi-shifts from accidentally occurring during the loading cycle. This will help prevent large shock loads to the drivetrain components and improve the long-term durability. When operating with scrapers, we recommend a 65-35% weight split be maintained. There's a great deal of weight transfer that takes place as a scraper is being loaded. To maintain the proper weight ratio, you may need to install a front weight frame with additional weights. By maintaining the proper weight ratio, the front axle is utilized more efficiently. Now let's see how the scraper is attached to the tractor. It's easy if you follow these simple steps. First, position the tractor close enough to the scraper so the hydraulic lines can be connected. The lift cylinders on the rear wheel frame are used to raise or lower the drawbar attachment point. Line up the drawbar with the scraper. Then install the drawbar pin. There's a nut and cotter key that also get installed. The QuadTrac is proven to be a reliable and cost-effective prime mover when set up and operated correctly. It's capable of getting into a job site and moving dirt when other equipment stands still. It's a reliable, high-horsepower tractor with the distinct advantage of having 4 independent tracks. The amount of dirt moved per dollar makes this a profitable combination on your job site. For many years, Case has provided reliable and cost-effective equipment to the contractor. It's a market that's proven to be a challenge that Case Equipment has proven worthy to meet. Case IH is proud of its reputation for providing reliable equipment to the field. With proper education and support, it's changing the way a lot of contractors move dirt today.